The quiet town of Glassbury always looked peaceful from the outside, but its stillness hid stories no one wanted to talk about. One of those stories belonged to Kristil Krug, a 27-year-old event planner known for her creativity and calm personality. She lived quietly, stayed out of drama, and rarely drew attention until the night everything changed. For weeks before her death, Kristil had been preparing for a major charity gala, a project she hoped would expand her career. During that time, she received messages from an unknown sender, brief, unsettling notes that warned her to stop asking questions. She kept them to herself, believing they were nothing more than pranks. She had no idea the messages were the beginning of a carefully engineered trap. The investigation later revealed that Kristil had unknowingly crossed paths with someone who viewed her as a threat. That person was Maren Thalen, an accountant at the charity organization. On the surface, Maren appeared soft-spoken and responsible, but digital records showed a secret trail of embezzled funds leading directly to him. Kristil had discovered the irregularities while planning the gala budget, but she had only mentioned them once to a co-worker and with no sense of urgency. That co-worker, Elrin Vasper, became the next unexpected link in the chain. Known for his ambition and habit of seeking favor with higher-ups, he reported Kristil's concerns to Maren, hoping it would make him look competent. He never considered the consequences. He assumed Maren would simply clarify the confusion. Instead, Maren panicked. Investigators discovered that Maren spent 2 weeks creating a digital trail that framed Kristil as the embezzler. He transferred small amounts into an account under her name, altered documents, and forged timestamps to make her appear guilty. But that wasn't enough. He feared she would talk, and he wanted complete control of the narrative. The night of the gala setup, Kristil stayed late at tea. Venue, organizing decorations and schedules. Security footage later showed her entering the hall with her usual calm steps. 2 hours later, a motion sensor picked up another figure entering, Maren Thalen. What happened next was pieced together through forensics. There were no signs of struggle, no defensive wounds, and no calls for help. The scene suggested a staged accident, carefully planned, quick, and silent. Kristil was discovered early the next morning by maintenance staff, and within hours, whispers of her supposed guilt filled the air. Maren's planted evidence began surfacing exactly as he intended. The twist came 3 days later when a cybersecurity analyst named Jorel Mincer joined the investigation. He specialized in reconstructing deleted files, and what he found changed everything. Hidden in Kristil's cloud storage was a partially completed report she never finished. She had begun outlining her suspicions about the gala funds. The document was never submitted, never printed, and never shared. Yet it held digital fingerprints linking the file tampering back to Maren. As investigators dug deeper, Elrin Vasper became a key witness. He admitted he had reported Kristil's concerns to Maren, and that Maren became unusually tense afterward. His statement, combined with the digital trail, exposed the entire setup. Maren Thalen attempted to flee Glassbury before police reached him, but he was stopped at a highway checkpoint. When confronted with the evidence, he confessed to everything: the fraud, the framing, and the staged murder. His motive was simple: fear. Fear of losing his job, his status, and the illusion of stability he had built on stolen money. The tragedy of Kristil Krug became one of Glassbury's darkest stories. She was remembered not as a criminal, but as a hard-working woman whose honesty unintentionally placed her in the path of someone desperate to protect himself. In the end, the truth came out not because of chance, but because fragments of her careful work survived long enough to expose the man who tried to erase her. And in that quiet town, the calm of Glassbury no longer seemed peaceful, only deceptive.